You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Monday, 2nd of December. Summer is here. Welcome to summer. Sydney was flooding yesterday. Today it is as hot as the devil's dick. It's going to be about 33 degrees Celsius. We don't fuck with Fahrenheit here, nor does anyone in Australia, unless you're at a Yank, and we don't acknowledge you. Edward, chum.
Yep.
Fuck, mate. I caught up with some fellas on Thursday, and they actually have real jobs. And I'm just saying, Sam Hiles, he's like, can you and Eddie stop being like, fuck, and everyone's winding down? He's like, we are not winding down. It's the busiest fucking period of the year. And I might have to leave after dinner to go home and do more work. I'm like, fuck, it feels like we're winding down.
Yeah, but Sam... Winding down's also a feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't need to be a reality.
It's probably easier to wind down, though, in both like physical and but more mentals here when you don't have a real job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've ever painted a picture as to suggest that we have a normal job. I've never done that.
No, but
the nation's winding down, whether you like it or not, Sam Hiles. The nation's winding down. And I won't hear another word about it.
No.
People are festive. People are wearing shorts, mate.
Yeah.
People aren't getting around in suits and ties anymore.
No, they're not.
People are winding down.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some people like that.
There's
In generalities.
There's a lot of people that are.
Well, I like to speak in generalities.
Yes.
I would say this to you. I can guarantee you, as a fact, that there'd be less people in fucking shirts and ties and suits now than in the middle of the year.
Oh, no, I'd agree with that wholeheartedly. And now maybe that's purely down to the temperature of each single day.
People are winding down, Tom.
But I'm with you winding down, but it was a point that was made and it made me laugh. Yep. And I was like, yeah, well, listen, maybe you should start winding.
But he's out on the piss on a Thursday, isn't he? So he's winding down.
Yeah, well, maybe just beep his name in case he wasn't meant to be in terms of from a work perspective. But yes, he was. He was out on a Thursday.
And don't beep his name. He's a coward.
No, okay, keeping it. And look, he was out on a Thursday and he was ripping. And
is he gonna dog another Bay Green long lunch?
Oh, good question.
Bet he does.
I bet he does.
Fucking coward.
I bet he does.
We'll see. Let's just see what he's made of. Well, let's see what he's made of. You know that if you miss 3 in a row, you're out.
Well, is that something you've promised someone while hammered?
No, I've said that to John.
Okay, well, I mean,
that's why he's coming back.
Well, he threatened John with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm threatening Sam with it too.
Well, he might actually need to be threatened. I bet he doesn't even still have it. The dog. We'll have to. You know what? We'll have to check in on that. Random drop.
I just got a feeling about Sam that I'm not loving it.
No.
And it's probably probably based on his comments that he's made to you on Thursday. It's really it's put me upset.
They've thrown you off.
It was fun. I tell you what, serious storm yesterday in Sydney.
Serious.
One of the great branches. We were on Queen Street. We just went out. I was in the doghouse a little bit yesterday. Yeah. And so I was forced out of the house a couple of times against my will, and that's okay. But that's what happened. And so we meandered down Queen Street looking at a few shops. Ended up going and getting some flowers, make the house look pretty. Then I'm like, fuck, do I want a pad CU for lunch? Probably. So I get myself that. And then it just starts fucking shitting down.
Yeah.
And then one of the great branches of all time snapped.
Oh, were you there when that happened?
We were huddled under, cover, but it was fucking all happening.
Yeah.
Jesus
usually
Christ.
Double Bay. Flooded. Friend of the show, Carl Stefanovic, put up a video on his Instagram, and it was like
good friend.
But it was going into the chemist where it was so high that it was going into the storefronts and shit.
Not good enough.
Well, not good enough from Sydney drainage.
Well, from big stormwater drain.
Yeah. Listen, it came down hard and quick and hard, but I thought we were better than that as a city.
Get it together. What? That's the first time that's ever happened. I mean,
well, it must be something though.
Storm water drain.
Yes. But what I'm saying
the giveaway is in the name.
Right, but what I'm saying is, Edward, if it was flooding, then obviously, and if we've had rain like that before, what is it? Are we big clog? Do we need someone to come in? Do we need a big plumber to come in and unclog some shit?
Well, it could be big tree root. The sworn enemy of big storm water drain. So I believe in Sydney. Because, the old pipes, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't Masood me plumbers.
Plumbers and dribblers.
Plumbers and dribblers. You're talking those old terracotta pipes or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then the roots end up growing into the bars. It's not that.
Well, when you're still
stuff.
rocking terracotta pipes, you know better than the bloody Egyptians.
Well, big Polly's on it. He's new on the scene.
Yeah,
Polly.
well, we need to bloody fix that up, though, don't we? And I mean ancient Egyptians, not modern Egyptians, who I assume are probably still using
Look at that.
as well.
That's terrible. That's
Look
terrible.
at that. Is that from King Carlos himself? Good friend.
Different. Shout out to Carl.
Look at that, dude.
See, that's where I was. That's where I was.
Started
Queen Street.
hailing.
Fuck,
Steph
it
was out
pumping.
driving the car. I had to go and try and... Look, it's up to the guy's shins.
That looks a bit like Listo. Is that Listo?
Is that Listo?
Is that Ed Liston?
Enhance. Nah, it's not Listo.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fucking looks like him.
I'm sure. It ain't Listo.
Bit tall.
Bit too tall. Not that Listo's short, but he's not
He's not that tall.
No. Anywho. Yeah, mate, she was a hell of a storm. Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, she came down.
Came down all right.
I had a good old-fashioned rip last Thursday with my friends, and it was great to see them. I wouldn't say unseasonably because 'tis the season to get belted, but like I don't, I don't know. There's like drunk when you're just like, and then there's Tommy Burns Thursday night, sloppy pissed.
Oh, you're a mess.
Well, not a mess. It was just by the
Sounds
time I
like
got
it.
home, it was like, all right, time to get home. Then I ordered some food.
Macca's.
Yes, of course. But
Only thing open.
correct. But it was like going to be 30 minutes delivery. I'm like, there's no way I'm staying awake. Like, there's no way I can stay awake until this thing gets delivered. So I just set an alarm. I'm sleeping on the couch because I stink. And then I must wake up because of the alarm and but I'm still half asleep, half awake, and I'm stumbling down the hallway to, I guess, go and get the fucking thing. And Steph comes out and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm still sort of in a dream state and I'm drunk. And she was like, I started speaking to her in tongues. And then she just starts pissing herself laughing at me, going like, what are you even saying? And it was so surreal because I was like, I knew what I was trying to say and I knew that what I was saying was completely wrong, but I'm like, I don't even understand how I'm making the sounds I'm making right now. And I was speaking with confidence and I go, no. And she was just pissing herself at me going like, dude, you can't even talk right now. Get your Maccas and fuck off back to the other room. And I'm like, so sorry. Please forgive me.
What'd you get?
I have no idea, dude.
You don't know what you got?
No, mate, I tell you what, there was heaps left when I woke up in the morning.
Oh, so you went hard in the paint.
I must have, dude. Well, I clearly did. But I don't know even if I ate much. There was heaps in there, bro. Heaps.
It's a good night on the white rum and cokes and shit.
It found its way to rum and coke. Mate, it was such an old school.
Reeks of that.
Dude, it was such an old school rip where it was just double bay. We went to the Oak and then we went to this Chinese restaurant and then we came back to the Oak and then we went to the Sheaf and it was just pokies and cigs and rums.
Mate, a minibus up at the Cross, you would have fucking.
Well, that would
completed
have. Well, the Cross isn't there anymore, you know. Like, it's not really.
Well, I know.
It would have been sad.
It's a dream, mate.
It's a dream. It's nothing but a dream now.
It's a dream.
But it was a good, honest, old-fashioned rip. Slept in till 11 the next day. Missed training with Josh.
Well, that was never happening.
So I used to be able to do it with Josh.
1 a.m.
I know. But I've like,
that.
when we used to do those Thursday night streams and we'd do Josh on a Friday.
That's why we moved it.
I know, but we still used to go, or I did. I would go absolutely rat shit.
I'd go, but I'd go displeased.
And do nothing, yeah.
Well, I'd go displeased.
Anyway, but I woke up on Saturday, on Friday with him calling me, and I'm like...
Shout out to Josh, who...
You were with on the weekend.
I was with on the weekend. Jordan Sugar and Bernie's wedding. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Congratulations. There's a few congratulations in order. We'll start with this.
Lebanese drum got one of the great workouts, mate.
Ah, yes.
Got to tell you.
Did you give it a bang?
I didn't give it a bang, but it was getting a bang, and it just lifts them. It just lifts a wedding. It really elevates a wedding.
Punches it up.
Fucking punches it all the way up.
But I mean, like, would you
Makes
back
me
yourself on it?
No. These guys are like drummers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I get it, man.
They get the vibe.
Yeah. Well, drummers, no drummers. I get it.
Yeah, but
No, it's cool.
you know, I don't know if like what you do is what is
Yeah.
comparable.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And that's no offense, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I showed you some footage earlier of Josh. He's had a couple in those videos who was, a lot of fun to be around.
Josh can go from 6 to midnight pretty fucking quick.
Yep.
And you can tell when he's had a couple in that video. He's either trying to get you in like a DARS choke or he's flogged and dancing, and that's what you saw there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the kid was in the doghouse, Monday.
So, oh, yeah?
Well, based on what I told you.
That he was as well.
Well, but based on what I told you.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a bit of doghouse work for both of you then.
Yeah. His was for different reasons.
Mine was
I was a pinch late.
Yeah.
I was a pinch late.
You were significantly late.
Well, an hour.
Well, I mean, if you had a meeting at 9 and someone didn't rock up till 10, that's very late.
Yeah, more like 10:20.
Yeah. yeah. So that's very late.
Yeah. But not that late.
No, I get it.
Because it's different. It is different. It's not the same thing. Like if you're an hour and 15 minutes late to a meeting, that's fucked up.
That's
but
very late.
if you miss a curfew that may or may not have been set, but it might have been vaguely mentioned.
Vaguely committed to
by me. I don't think that, an hour was pretty good, I think.
Oh, listen, I think
it's like 4 or 5
Were you
hours.
missing calls, though? Like, where are you sort of shit?
No, I answered the call when I got it. And she's like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, I lost track of time.
But so she didn't call you till you were an hour and 20 minutes late?
Yep.
Okay, right, that's all right. Steph called me on Thursday night. I had committed to no curfew. She's like, where are you? I'm like, you know exactly where I am, brother. I couldn't get on to you.
If you didn't even have a curfew chat, that's a bit different.
Nah, she's like, you weren't answering your phone. I was like,
and again, it wasn't a curfew. It was more of a loose
acknowledgement. I was in the pokies
of...
and we were having a win.
Yeah.
Sebo, he's off mic, so I can't talk. But when you play Goro,
yep,
and the coins are better than the feature. But when the but the coins become better than the feature.
The feature's shit. We've had both.
I had to this was a different machine, but I was in the punch on with Joyce about this, and I'm like, dude, the features don't pay shit. It's about the subby coins. Sorry for everyone who doesn't know what the fuck.
I thought Joyce would know something like that.
Mate, I thought he would as well. And I was actually surprised. And, mate, we were playing, and then I left. I went home, and apparently they won like $5,000 after I left. Devo.
Can't leave too early. Mush left too early the other night.
Yeah, he did.
You don't reap those sweet rewards.
You don't. Now, some congratulations are in order, Edward. We were saying that, obviously, to Suka and his new bride. Married on the weekend. Congratulations. Angus Crichton engaged.
Yeah, saw that.
Friend of the show. That's sweet. In London.
Yep.
Engaged. That's nice.
Was it in London, was it?
I don't know. England. He's in fucking Europe. I don't know where it is, to be honest. But I know he's in England. Or Great Britain. Let's say that. The Greater Britain.
Manchester.
There you go.
There you go.
Daly Cherry Evans married on the weekend, Eddie. His long term.
Is the photo I saw of Scope? Is that from the wedding?
It's from the wedding.
Is that right?
Long term partner, 3 kids, married finally. The thing that's probably the best thing about the whole wedding and the most rugby league thing I've ever heard in my life, and I saw this on Scope's Instagram, was that for the recovery day, DCE stocked the whole thing with KFC. It was catered by KFC.
Are you fair income?
You can't see it anymore. God damn it.
I tell you what I love there, if you click on that photo. Leaguey dress code.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's fucking terrific.
Yeah.
Like, people are in what you'd consider to be, smart casual, and then DCE's in black tie.
Well, I think DC and the groomsmen and shit are all in the black tie.
But that's leaguey dress code.
Well, I know.
Everyone's just all over the map. Like, you can go from, chinos all the way up to black tie.
Yes.
That's leaguey dress code right there, baby.
Oh, listen, I mean...
That's powerful stuff.
Would we rule out some TNs somewhere in the wedding there that day?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Absolutely not.
There's just no way there weren't TNs at that wedding. I refuse to.
Good to see Foz there.
Well, great to see Foz and money. So
great to see money.
Well,
obviously.
but
he's not a former club great.
No, he's not. But I like that. That's origin friendship.
You'd assume so.
Well, no, there's no other way.
Well, it's
rep friendship.
Maybe they both,
What?
enjoy bird watching or something.
Yeah,
who knows?
maybe, but they'd only be able to realise a joint friendship or a joint interest like bird watching. I believe they're called twitches. Sebo's one.
I thought they were called ornithopologists or something.
Sebo, What's it called when you and Millie go and look at birds? There you go.
No, James Bond, he was one in Die Another Day when Halle Berry comes out of the water. And he's wooing her.
Ornithologist?
Ornithologist.
Yeah.
Bang.
But the term, if you want to not sound like a nerd, even though bird watching is nerdy regardless, is twitching.
You think twitching sounds less nerdy?
No, I'm saying they're both nerdy.
Ornithology is like the study of birds more so than just bird watching.
Yeah. So like if you just go and watch them, oh look, there's a fucking kingfisher.
Great line in that movie, Die Another Day.
What's the line?
You know when he does that that little bit, and then he's like, "There's nothing to see here until dawn," and then
I have no idea. No, we're gonna need to get it.
We're gonna have to get it up. It's a great scene.
So
it's
Halle
about
Berry's
hunting at
Pierce
night.
Brosnan.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a hot scene. She like cuts fruit and puts it in his mouth, and it's good stuff.
Listen, Halle Berry in her prime, Haley, is one of the most beautiful women of all time.
I believe in orange, an orange set. Is she in an orange bikini? I think so.
Coming out of the water.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think blue in my mind, but I think that's
in
Daniel
Cuba.
Craig when he was in the little fucking shorts, hot pants.
Cock out. I think
Yeah, I think you
Haley
might
was
be
in
right.
in
Haley,
the orange.
was she?
Yeah. In
Haley?
Cuba.
Haley in Cuba. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's have a gander.
This is that quote.
So Jinx, Halle Berry playing Jinx says, "So you're going to be busy tonight with the owls then, huh?" And James Bond goes, "No owls in Los Angeles. Nothing to see here till the morning. Not out there anyway." Stares at her, she stares at him. Then it's like, "Oh, where I fucking right now?" And then Jinx, "So what did predators do when the sun goes down?" And then James Bond goes, "They feast." Pause. Like there's no tomorrow. Cut. He's given her one. She's given him one. It's good stuff.
Cut to Eddie, 13 years old, in his bed, just pumping his willy.
Cut to all adolescents in this fine land. Look at the belt she's got on, dude, with the knife in it.
Yeah.
That's hot. That's hot stuff.
But dude, how about catering a kick-ons, your entire wedding kick-ons with KFC?
The kick-ons?
The recovery was KFC.
That's incredible.
There was like 100 zinger burgers.
Dude, it was insane.
All these chips.
That's all anyone ever wanted.
I know.
And
it's actually smart.
Yeah, it is. Because the Sheilas get involved too often now, and everything needs to look pretty and nice.
Oh, here's a charcuterie board. It's like, you know what, dude? Give me some popcorn chicken and some fucking whatever that mashed potato and gravy.
Yeah.
Like,
give me a wicked wing.
Yeah.
Give me...
While I float in a pool.
Give me a chicken tender.
Yep. You know?
Give me some... Yeah. Let me dip my potato into my potato and gravy right now, you know what I'm saying?
Potato on potato crime. Before we move on, this is just a little personal thing, all right? This is about me. Obviously, it's not about you because you have air conditioning in your house. And I did.
It was pumping last night, just as an aside.
Well, listen, last time I just spoke about air conditioning and my air conditioning woes recently, and I had like a fuckload of aircon guys reach out to me, and I didn't save any of their details. They were like, "I can help you out," And this isn't Tommy Booms coming and looking for a free ute, but it is me looking for some aircon advice because the quote I got from my neighbour's guy.
Oh, was it fucked?
It was like between $5,000 to $7,000, which may or may not be reasonable. I don't know.
That seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, Eddie, but I don't know. I have no idea. But so jump back in me DMs or the Hello Sport DMs, whatever DMs, and let me know if you're in the Sydney Eastern area and want to help out with some air conditioning because this guy needs it bad, dude.
Yeah, I mean...
The fan I've got right now is so limp dick. It's like having a mouse like fucking fart on you over.
I don't know how you do it. Just on air conditioning, if you're the sort of sick, twisted fuck who has it and goes, "Nah, I'm not using it at night because I'm going to wake up sick," I'm like, get it together.
You don't.
Get it together.
Get your body used to it.
There's nothing impressive about sweating your ass off in 40-degree heat because
it's stupid.
You're an
idiot. It's actually just stupid.
And while we're talking influence, obviously I'm an influencer.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Big influencer.
Yeah.
So I was sent. I like my chili oil. This one in particular called Fiocco, I believe, chili oil. He found out that I like it. Sent me a 1 litre a big fucking thick
right.
1 litre jobby of it. So Fiocco
Yep.
chili oil. It's elite. It's best in class.
Hey, Fiocco. Now this is just
It's
obviously,
elite. It's best in class.
Feel free. Listen, if you,
But are you an influencer?
I'm saying send it to you. I don't care. I don't need to promote it. Just send more to Eddie, and then I get it off you.
You're gonna love this chili.
Are you going to post about it?
I just spoke about it then.
Oh, okay, right. So you're not putting it on your personal IG.
Maybe I will. I'm gonna do that actually in Target.
Yeah, there you
I'll be
go.
like big influence guy.
Yeah, do that.
Because I am, and I'm a big chili oil guy. Fiocco chili oil. It's fucking elite. It's not too hot, but it's so tasty. It'll punch up any meal. Any meal.
Okay. Now I am looking for free air conditioning.
Free.
I'm joking.
You're a grubby little cunt, aren't you?
Mate, fuck, it's just so hot, bro. It's so hot.
Why don't you get a portable one as a stopgap?
Because the portable ones are shit. I used to have one. I've been down this road before.
A portable one would cool a one room
Listen.
for sure.
Yeah. So that's fine. They're also not that cheap, the portables. And
$300.
mate, the one I got I think was $6, and that wasn't even that good.
Kogan Black Friday sales.
Yeah, listen, I've missed the boat there.
Cyber Monday, mate. It is Cyber Monday.
Cool.
Still going.
Still going.
Yep.
Well, listen, I actually know what I do now. I need a TV. That's what I'm getting on Black Friday. TV's shitting itself. It's fucking
Yeah,
nightmare.
that cheap fucking thing you've got.
Yeah, but mate, it was good Val Holmes, and it lasted a long time. But then,
Yeah. You wouldn't put one in the office. If you wouldn't come in here with one like that.
no. But I use TVs in here more than I use them at home.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I don't really use TV. Like, as in, I
Don't
use
ya?
it, but I use it, but I don't use it. Much more of a screens tablet guy, you know.
How do you watch shows with Steph?
Well, then I'll watch it on TV or a laptop in bed.
Sure.
Don't have a TV in the room.
No, I know.
Set up Christmas decos. Have you done that?
Got the tree yesterday.
Yeah, right. We
That's
had
all
to
we've
go
done.
bolt-ons, dude.
All our Christmas decorations were under Ella's grandfather's house because we've lost in the move. I don't have my vast amounts of storage that I once had. Got that, you know, my big gay reindeer and stuff that I have out the front.
Yes,
he had to find another home. I went and picked him up last night, but
The flamboyant reindeer.
You know, what I'm talking
Yeah, no,
about.
I
He's
know
very
what you're talking about.
camp.
Yeah. You camp reindeer. I was like, oh, let's get the big natural double D tree. Mm-hmm. And I forgot, and this is the same issue we had last year, is that dining room of ours where it is gets so hot the trees die like inside of 5 days. They start to stink like shit, Steph was saying.
Well, they shouldn't die in 5 days. No
They
way.
start to stink in 5 days, not die. She's like, the smell gets really fucked up.
Really? I like the smell.
No. The smell of Christmas trees is nice, but because it's so hot in that fucking room,
Yeah, right, okay.
they just start to reek.
You got to make sure as well when you get your tree. Have you got it?
No, I've gone bolties. I've gone the bolt-ons.
Oh, I was going to say. You got to get them to cut the bottom because then like the wax seals it up after like 15, 20 minutes. So you got to get that thing in water before then, otherwise you'll die.
Well, don't worry. I have nothing to worry about. But see, so you see yours in water.
You have to.
See, I don't remember this.
Well, that's why it would have died. You fucking idiot.
No. The one whenever we did it last in that one was just because it was fucked. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've had a bolt-on for a couple of years now, so I'm out of the game.
But I'm just... Let's all together, punters and dribblers, just think about this scenario where Tom's had a tree that dies in 5 days. Is there a chance...
Not dies in 5 days.
That you didn't put any water in it?
Stinks. But let's put another scenario. Let's float another scenario, punters and dribblers. Tom helmed or is in association with one of the great eyes up people of all time, Stephanie. She saves me from near doom and disaster on the regular, and she would not. She'd be like, "Where the fuck's the water for the tree?" You know what I mean? Like, if that was how it happened, she'd be like, "You're an idiot," which she does on many occasions. So this one purely, again, a smell thing. I can't react to it. I said to Dad, I thought Christmas smelled nice.
It does.
It's like, not in the fucking room, not in the hot box room.
Interesting.
Sam Constance got 100, Edward, playing for the Prime Minister's 11. Now, will that make a difference to anyone? And apparently a near full strength Indian attack.
Is that right?
Dude,
Because
the
didn't he get a duck the other day in the Shield?
Yeah, but he obviously rises to the occasion. It was some of the strokes. I was looking at the highlights. Can you get the on Cricket Australia Instagram? He was smoking them, dude. Smoking them. Now, will it make a difference? No, because the second test is on Friday. No one's going to make any changes.
No. There won't be any. Well, there are changes.
Well, there's none that are.
Hazelwood's out.
Yeah, none
so
that are.
change.
Yeah, but they're not making that. It's forced.
Who comes in?
Boland.
Big Scotty B.
I believe so. Who got no wickets in the PM's 11 game against India. Punters and dribblers, I urgently need to remind you of the importance of turning Japanese this silly season, this slipping season. And the way to do that is with Japanese lager. 4 pints Japanese lager, to be precise, Edward.
Pairs well with being horizontal as well, Tom, which
Yes,
I think
it
is
does.
important to bring up.
Yeah.
Because when you're horizontal, especially in horizontal season, you need a beer that's going to cut it.
Yeah.
It's going to cut it with that sort of angle.
Well, it plays with horizontality.
Exactly. Like, not everything can play at 190, or is it 90 degrees or 180?
180 would be horizontal, buddy.
Yeah.
90 would be
Not
standing
all
up.
beers can cut it at 180.
No.
They can't.
No, they can't.
They're more like 90-degree guys.
Well, because there are certain beers that will sit in the depths of your stomach and make you want to die.
Yeah, and just remind you about
You've got heaps of
their
beer inside you,
existence.
and I'm not playing well with the horizontality of the moment.
Yeah.
That is not 4 pints Japanese lager, which you can get in case or in six pack. I'd encourage a case, because what it means, Edward, is that you don't need to go back to the store for a longer period of time.
Geez, that's smart.
I know.
Who came up with that?
I did.
Nice.
Yep. So get around them.
Laurie Daley, mate.
Is that legit?
Yep, it's confirmed. Laurie Daley, coach of the New South Wales Blues next season. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
Neither do I.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Neither do I. I tell you why I don't know. Like, maybe why, like, because he obviously got the job done for us.
Once.
In 2014.
2014. But that was a drought breaker.
Yeah, exactly. But then we went on to lose the next
It's just, it's honestly,
3.
and this is not to even mention an opposing sponsor or but I would see him on the Matty John show doing like Loz's locks, and they were all so shit, and it's just made me lose faith in everything.
But is he getting set up there?
I don't know, dude. That's not the point. Perception is reality, and it was like $1.20 piles of shit, and I'm just like, sorry, dude, I can't. Loz's locks has just got me down.
And out?
Yep. But we didn't believe in Madge at the start. And he's also, Madge is a club coach. And maybe then, isn't that what like Matty Johns and shit was saying? You need a club coach? You need someone who's doing that week-to-week shit, who can do the mentalist stuff with Billy Slater?
So you think that is the benefit of being...
What I mean is to have had a history of coaching club football, as opposed to currently, like, you don't want him to be managed straddling 2 jobs.
Yep.
But there was something about Madge's ability to get the boys up, to get inside Billy's head.
Because he was a week-to-week guy.
Yeah.
It's a different cadence.
Yes.
So you're suggesting perhaps, Tom, that...
Trent Barrett.
that Trent Barrett should come in. No, I was going to say that Mal Meninga sort of... He created a scenario where everyone thinks that he can just get these coaches to come in and boys, and it's
The thing
all
with
good.
Mal was, and this is not to discredit all of his great work for the state of Queensland, he also had some of the greatest players to ever play the game come along in a single generation. And maybe you could argue, if you're a cynic, don't shit down my throat, Ben Davis, but like that side may have reached those heights with not anyone as a coach, but without Mal, potentially. I don't know. I'm not saying that's true or not, and I don't know anything, right? I don't know if I need to fucking remind people of that. I know nothing, but you could argue that.
Yes, you could. You could definitely argue that. So, parking that for a moment, we as a state find ourselves, I think, where we were 12 months ago, which is, don't know. I really don't know. I will say, I liked Loz the first time around.
So did I.
Obviously, he broke the drought, but he said the right things and he made me feel a certain way.
He did make, to lean on great cricketer here, he did make me feel safe for a moment. And then it stopped feeling safe. And so I don't feel like a return to safety with Loz, and maybe that's because I've been watching too many of his awful tips. Not following him, because they're like $1.23 leg same game multis. Like, what are we talking about? But maybe I'm just like, don't let that influence.
Don't let Loz's locks influence how you feel about him.
Yeah.
Because there's no glory, there's no safety to be found in Loz's locks, that's for sure.
No, there's not. Zero.
In fact, you could argue it's a skill to be able to butcher a $1.75 leg
Correct.
multi.
Yes. The fact that you're even able to fuck that up is terrifying to me when put in context of a state of origin side. But again, once selected, in Loz we trust, but I had to just speak openly because before you mentioned it, I wasn't sure if that was even true. So in Loz we trust.
Yes.
But when it was like the whole campaign process, who do we want? I may have not said Loz.
So did he do 4 years, 1 win, 3 losses? Topler?
No, more than that.
5?
5.
1 win, 4 losses. Yeah.
So
so
114.
40% win rate overall. So he won 6 games and lost 9. And his last 6 he lost all in a row.
He lost the last 6 games.
Yeah.
That's not possible. That would have been a fucking sweep, wouldn't it? Maybe
Yeah, that's
they
not
did
possible.
sweep us.
No, they didn't. They only swept us once in 2010, maybe. So that's not possible. Right. So he's sort of coached us a little bit too recently or something. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling here.
Because he's 2 coaches ago.
He's 2 coaches ago. Loz, Brad, very quick dalliance
With Madge. So
Madge.
it's essentially 1 coach ago.
Madge was a one-night stand and he fucked the shit out of us and we
dude.
loved it.
He left us sweaty and satisfied,
Yes.
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. So sweaty,
Sweaty,
and
satisfied
so satisfied.
cigarettes.
That's right. Whereas Loz started, we had a great honeymoon phase.
Well, no, we lost the first series with Loz, didn't we? I don't think it started that well. It started with like
so
listen.
was he there 2013? So
13
wasn't his
to
first
17.
Okay, so 13 loss, 14 win.
Yeah.
Then
And then
14 loss,
loss,
15 loss,
loss,
16
loss.
loss.
So it was a real short-term
No,
relationship.
15, 16, 17 loss.
It started, like all relationships where, maybe they don't all start with immediate
Would start as a friendship.
Start as a friendship.
Then we
Fucked once and
Yeah.
it got awkward and then we didn't and then it was uncomfortable for 3 years after that.
Yeah. Every time we saw each other was weird.
Yeah.
And then we fucked him off for
Well, for some Byron Hippie, who had a
Yes.
new age way of doing things.
Yes. And we loved that.
Loved
but
it.
then they got weird as fuck.
Well, as they do, that stuff becomes old.
Yes.
It's fun to try new things and to experience new things. And maybe we did some tantric sex and it was fine. But then eventually you go, I'm still just a normal day-to-day person here and I'm not gonna.
I don't want to go and live with you and your mates on a commune.
No, and bath in a river. And I get it. You guys don't shower very often. You use real weird soaps. And
Well, none of you use deodorant.
no.
And that natural stuff you use does not work.
It doesn't
So the
work.
reality is you stink.
You stink and
I know you're washing a lot, but you stink.
it's all well and good to go and do some, mushy retreats every once in a while down by a river. I like it. I'm not against it. I just don't think that this is going to be me long term, and it is seeming to yield some unfavourable results. Origin State Series wins. We're not getting them anymore.
Yep.
So,
I
it's
just
now
don't-
time to move on
yeah,
again.
And I just, I can't get past the Kool-Aid thing with communes,
Yes,
I just can't move past that yarn.
Brian Jonestown massacre. And then you also then we move on to a really high functioning corporate lawyer in the city, and she's no nonsense, or he is no nonsense and knows what they want.
Yep.
is results driven.
Yep, doesn't cut corners.
Does not cut corners, but is also
systems and processes.
Which is what we needed because we were going off the rails before.
I mean, we're eating mushrooms every afternoon.
Exactly. We were eating mushrooms.
And it was getting earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, we started at 5 and it became 11 a.m. pretty quickly.
Mushrooms at 11. Pingers were making a comeback. Or MDMA at least.
Yeah. And we stank.
And so we needed to, shave off the dreads, have a bath.
Get rid of the dreads.
And put some shoes on.
Yep.
And start hanging out with our high-functioning corporate city lawyer.
That's right.
Who realised that we weren't good enough and fucked us off immediately.
Correct.
Took us to great heights and went, sorry, I need someone more serious.
Yeah. You're just not that good.
Yeah.
You're just not that good. So they've left. Now
we're going back to our old ex who we're just like, fuck, we're kind of a bit lost.
Well, because we're lost.
So we're just going to find love in all the wrong places.
We're out there looking for somewhere to put our willy as a state.
We're looking for meaning, dude, because you think that you're in love with this high-powered lawyer, and we were like, holy fuck, this is amazing. We've just done something we haven't done in 20 years. Winning Suncorp decider. I might marry this person. I'm looking at rings, and then rug pulled out from under me. Yep. She's left us for a fucking Brisbane Broncos. So now I'm fucked, and I don't know what to do.
Yep.
And I'm now just going back through old fucking flames.
I've gone through the contacts.
Yeah.
And I'm going, who can I call?
Yeah. And this didn't work last time, but fuck, I need to feel something right now.
Well, it sort of worked, and that's what we're hanging on to.
Yeah.
Is that it worked for a little bit.
Yes.
It worked for
a night.
It worked for 2 nights.
Yeah.
2 nights it worked for.
2 great nights.
2 great nights. In fact, the first 2 nights, if memory serves, wasn't a decider. No. It was game 2, job done, Sydney.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I'm saying. So I think we're hanging on to that. 2 great nights. That's what we're hanging on to.
Yeah.
2 great nights and 5 shit years.
But it could that could be it though. It's not abnormal to be like, oh, we worked together for ages and didn't realise we were meant to be together. And then eventually something happens, you hook up and now bang. Dynasty. 9 straight.
9 straight. 9, just give me 9 straight. That's all I'm asking for. We should still be rolling. We should have won 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We should be, how many is that? We should be rolling. That's 7.
Outside of that news, though, of Loz's lock being the new New South Wales
we should
coach,
be going for 8 next year.
Is there any rugby league news? And I'm not saying that from even a position of needing to talk about it. I'm like, no one gives a shit about rugby
DCE
league
got
right
married.
now. Well, no, we already talked about that.
I know, we might have to go back there.
We might have to circle back to the KFC yarn with DCE. Yeah. I wonder what.
Not really. The only thing that might be worth touching is Ben Hunt confirmed to Broncos.
No. Yeah,
done that.
I think we're
not touching that.
Well, people are like, why are you talking about that? I thought we were pretty clear about the fact that we are so fucking over Ben Hunt.
No.
And him going back to Brisbane isn't that interesting.
Not. Stop it. Shut up. What is worth mentioning is that Shane Richardson of Get in the Tiger Roll with me, or the Crocodile Roll, or whatever it's called.
Crocodile Roll.
He has come out.
Drown with me and get stored under a log to be nibbled at.
Yeah, let's get drowned by.
Nice, Shane.
He has come out and said the Tigers have the best spine in the NRL.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
No, he did not.
Yep. And then Appy's like, geez, even Appy's like, fuck. Righto.
Appy, Luai,
Galvin,
Buller. And Buller. No.
It's probably not the worst.
It's come a long way. It's come a long way.
There's no doubt we've got the best spine in the game.
Yeah. You just don't need that sort of pressure, I don't think. But it wouldn't be the worst. I think you could
Harry Grant, Cameron Munster, Jerome Hughes, and Ryan Pappenhouse, and he reckons it's better than that.
But even
that's pretty.
Even Appy's like,
that's
Jesus
a big
Christ,
call,
that's
bro.
That's a big call. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
That's a huge call.
Yeah. I think you could. Well, can we look at some spines in the NRL?
We'll look at it. I tell you what, Manly's got a pretty good spine.
Fucking oath, mate.
Manly's got a good spine.
Croker, Deese, Brooks, Tommy.
Good spine.
Fucking phenomenal spine.
Better spine than them Tiger boys.
Oh, fucking way better than the Tigers.
Gavin's green as, and Buller's what? Green as.
they're not the best spine in the NRL. That's just the reality of it. They've got Appy and they've got Luai, which is great. And
That's
then
it.
they've got, it's not, then they've got two young up-and-comers. It's a good spine. It's not the best in the NRL. What would be I'm just trying to think about where they would sit, though. They're definitely not the worst. Who'd have the worst spine right now? Dragons, maybe?
Knights.
Raiders.
Well, so let's just
Who's
go
the
through them.
Dragon spine? Dragon spine would be pretty ordinary.
Dragons is Cook, Ilias, and Flanagan.
Yeah, that's
and then
shit.
Gutho.
Nah,
No disrespect.
no disrespect.
Cook's the brightest bulb there, but then
That's
Cook
pretty-
and Gutho, yeah, it's
pretty ordinary.
That's pretty ordinary. Raiders would have who? Tom
Raiders
Starling, maybe?
Yeah, Starling, Fogarty.
Fogarty Strange or Fogarty Weeks,
Yeah. And then Weeks will play fullback.
and then Weeks fullback. Or what about Savage fullback?
Nah, he plays wing now.
Okay.
It would be.
That's not that strong, but it's not bad.
It'd be. It's pretty good spine, Shane. It's a pretty good spine. There's no denying that. But
Which one?
The Tiger spine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking to Shane
Yeah,
Richardson.
yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's a pretty good spine.
It's a pretty good spine.
It's a pretty good spine.
Yeah, I'd be happy with it. If you're the Tigers and you've just won 3 spoons, that's a pretty good spine to have.
It's going to be a very interesting insight this next season into how cursed are the Tigers. Like, with all the signings, now with Luai, which is a massive one, do they win another spoon? Is that even possible?
It's possible.
It'll be a real insight in how corrosive the club it really is.
It would be. I mean, yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Like, you've just got...
You'd give up, wouldn't you?
Well, I say every year, like, pre-season's the best time of the year to be a Tigers fan. But, like, I suppose more than anything, now that we have new management, this really does feel like a new chapter. So if we got the spoon again, I might just die.
Would you think
Would you
about
give up?
going
Would you
for
give
another
up? You'd
club?
have to give up.
I
wouldn't you?
don't know if you can just give up. Like, I don't think you can just, like,
Well, you
push
could
up.
go for another side.
If you lost with this side, you would have to.
So
give
this is
up.
their predicted team. Buller, Taruva, Dewey and Olam in the centres. Skelton and Galvin. Skelton on the other wing. Galvin, Luai, Terrell May, Coruscant, Clemmer, Finau, Bateman, Fanua. There's no way Bateman's playing for you guys. He fucking hates you. Bateman, Fanua Pole, Latu, Finau, Royce Hunt, Jack Bird. As if Jack Bird isn't starting.
Yeah, he's going to play lock.
Yeah, he's been training. To
Alex
play lock.
Seyfarth.
Seyfarth
Isn't Fanua Pole a fucking front rower?
Yeah, he's a middle. He's just been playing lock because we don't have one. So I imagine it'll be Seyfarth on the right edge. It'll be Jack Bird at the lock. And then Fanua Pole probably come off the bench.
You didn't think we'd be talking Tigers predicted lineups in December, did you?
It's not a bad side. It's not a bad side.
It's not a bad side.
It's not a bad side. Clemmer and Terrell May.
I honestly don't think Clemmer will make the 17, to be honest.
I think Royce Hunt might be I mean, maybe he's more impact. I don't know. Again, I honestly don't care at all. You know what I mean?
You don't care about the Tigers? Fuck no.
I just don't care at all.
I'm loving this for what it's worth.
Will you change clubs?
No.
Good, that was a test. But I would almost allow it if it was the Tigers.
No.
4 straight spoons.
Where's the line in the sand?
That's what I
where
mean,
You can
though.
just go, I need to...
How many spoons do you need to have for you to go like, this is actually bad for my mentals. I need to get out.
Because your mentals are important.
Oh, they are.
Is it 10?
10 spoons, you wouldn't survive. The club wouldn't get to 10 spoons.
You think you'd be booted?
I think a club would fucking potentially be kicked out of the comp if you get 10 straight spoons. It'd be like,
If anyone's going to get 10 straight spoons, it's the Tigers.
well, they're almost there. But I just don't know whether the NRL would tolerate that. Do you not sort of at some point go, okay, there's systemic issues here that we can't fix. Let's just get rid of them. Let's start it clean. Let's bulldoze the house where there was a massive murder. You know what I mean? Let's bulldoze the house and let's just cleanse the place. Let's sage this joint because it's really gross here and there's some bad spirits.
You need to bring in some professionals.
You Ghostbusters sort of stuff.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, because, 10 straight spoons speaks to something, otherworldly.
Yes. So I think you could probably...
Beyond our dimensions. That's
Beyond this earthly plane.
Yes.
That's all you would do. And again, that's us sitting here in December, in summer, Not just talking about the Tigers, but musing if they were to win 10 spurns and how you'd fix that. That's what this is.
That's exactly what this is.
That's what this is. So, did you see in the punters and dribblers? I'm not sure how legit this is, but this guy went back through every podcast, I think, of this year, counted how many times we said fuck. Made
About 2 a minute.
Huh?
It's about 2 a minute.
Yeah, it made
So
me,
one each.
It made me pause for reflection. Go, geez, we do swear a lot. Well, we say fuck a lot.
Yes. Is it
the same thing.
In terms of pausing for reflection, is it trying to work out if you can be a better man, better husband, better lover?
Honestly, I can't help swearing. I swear all the time, but
Total fucks in 12 months, 23,705. Do these feel made up, these numbers?
the guy did say that he could show us his working if he wanted to.
2.15 fucks per minute on average. About 200 fucks per rep.
There's no way he would have counted this like by hand.
Could you
surely.
AI? Could you run all the episodes through AI?
Yeah,
Well-
you could get the transcripts off YouTube and then get AI to run through and count how many fucks were in the transcript.
Is that how it would be
That's
done?
probably
It's
how you do it.
so stupid. But I'm going to try and...
There was none with Ricky Ponting. Episode 584 with
Very
Ricky Ponting,
professional.
0.
Jeez, we had ourselves...
The most was
well
with
behaved.
Strady,
Just the other day?
384.
That one went for a
episode
while.
I thought the
687.
Willie Mason all talk would have had the most.
That wasn't this year. Maybe that's why.
Oh, right.
No, because he's gone back
12
through
months.
total episodes 117.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
no.
so it's just the last
This year. When did we talk to Ricky Ponting?
I don't know. Maybe...
Yeah, I feel like that was before I got here.
No, I think there was a second.
We did.
What?
We did Ricky twice. We did Ricky a second time. First time we did Ricky, we were at Bloke. Second time we were here.
On Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoom.
24th of December last year.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. Look, it looks semi-thorough. This guy and his mate have been DMing us about baggy greens for it. Now, I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but did we ever say it was?
Don't think so.
I get a feeling when I think that something's worthy of a baggy green, and I'm not getting one.
That you don't feel like this is? No, I'm saying did we say it?
Well, I'd need evidence of that.
Yeah, you would.
I'd need proof of that.
Yeah, you would.
I also need proof that this is actually legitimate.
Yeah. No, you definitely would. Something else that happened, I don't know if this is something we even talk about. Did you see that, like, Braith v. Clarkey? rugby league
Yeah,
column?
did you see that?
That was funny. Braith v. Clarkey. Clarkey just pulled some old quote from Braith from, like, years
So
ago.
he's pulled an old quote and said, Mitchell Pearce debuted with me at the Roosters and I've watched him evolve as a player, and there is no disrespect to Nathan, but Mitchell Pearce has levels of his game that Nathan Cleary will never reach. Pearce has the ability to be up there with the best when he is at his best. I think he just has a level that Cleary will never get to. Quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is possibly the worst take I've ever seen in rugby league with the power of the hindsight applied. I would have liked a bit more context as to when he'd said it.
Did he say it there? 2019. So he's got it there via
5
Fox.
years ago.
Oh, okay. At the top.
In the fine print. I think you possibly could have put that in the caption as well. Braith wasn't happy. Talk about Struggle Street, reaching hard to get attention here so long ago and been used many times. Cleary, he actually said Cleary there as well. Clearly I fucked this up, but certainly desperate searching for attention. And then they went back and forth and Guru's come out and supported Braith as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Come in there. Bit of rough, picking out Paulie Age quotes, random decades later. Listen, I don't give a shit either way here personally. I just found it funny because
We don't have a dog in the fight.
No. I love Braith. I love Clarkey. Don't really know Clarkey. Met him a couple of times. Braith, obviously,
Which is different.
hot, horny and hot. And didn't take too kindly to being... Listen, it's a bad one. But the problem is, it was probably not bad at the time. So...
Well, the thing is, for someone like Braith, is that he's paid to have an opinion. You've got to give one, and that's a strong one.
Yes.
That's a strong opinion.
Yes.
Obviously, in hindsight, he's got it wrong in the fullness of time. But that's you could go back through the annals, and every single analyst would have a shocker.
But I also wonder, though, with these... Well, so then Clarkey went and just started taking the piss out of Braith by basically going and finding all his bad predictions and posting about them.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you make a prediction like that, or it's a prediction, but it's almost a comment that's relevant to the time, you can be right in the moment. And like early on, Nath wasn't, again, he was young, I'm not, but like early on, Nath.
We used to shit on him.
We used to shit on him all the time.
You specifically.
Fuck off, cunt. Oh, was it just me, was it?
You let it.
Oh,
for sure.
wow. Oh, no, this kid can't stand by his words. Very disappointing. Take back his chili oil, please. But like, you can say something when it's done, when it's not, like when it's kind of right in the moment, and then you go, okay. If he was still saying it now, then that's when it's wrong.
Yeah. Or like Guru, you could just go scattergun and just start making shit up. Like this guy's the next Sonny Bill Williams, which was never right.
About Kai Pierce-Paul. Yeah, the English Sonny Bill they were calling.
Which was just a shit take from the out.
Well, Clarkey should do that one for Guru.
Because all we did from there out was get on Kai Pierce-Paul every week to score a try, and then after 10, 15, 20, 25 weeks, you realise that he's not much chop.
Well, it's just maybe
the next Sonny Bill.
Listen, I think also you could say that maybe he was playing in a side that didn't allow him to be the next Sonny Bill.
The next Sonny Bill's a big call.
It is a huge call.
It's enormous.
It's a huge call.
And
but
obviously,
to say he's not much chop, I don't think is fair.
In comparison to the comments made.
Yes.
Obviously, he's chop because he's playing first grade rugby league. I'm saying he's not much chop in the comparison to Sonny Williams.
Yes. I will say, though, because Clarkey coming out, I'm just reading this here, he's now felt randomly inspired to share the worst ever predictions he's made. If he'd shared them first before shitting on Braith, you've got way more leg to stand on than if you share it after Braith shits on you and then you're like, oh, now I'm going to do it too. Like, I don't give a fuck either. It's like, but if you didn't, you should have done it first.
And then you can go.
And then you can go and start again, though, like stones and glass houses. I think we would be a litany of contradictions on this show where we would say something and then do something different.
But I'm proud of that.
Yeah, same. Having absolutely zero self-awareness.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I like that. In fact, I flip-flop in episode.
Yes. Oh, in sentences.
In moments.
Yeah, in moments.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
I can go from here to there pretty quick. Yeah. And again, proud of that. I think
and back again.
And back again. Oh, shit, yeah.
But that's also a credit to us because we're not married to our opinions.
No, we
aren't marooned to ideas.
No. You won't find us on a desert island.
No.
We're trying to get off the bus.
Yeah. And then we might come back, though.
Oh, yeah. If we can't find anything else. We'll come back.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
That's credit to us.
But I will say this, in an off-season that's been very quiet, and they seem to be getting quieter, probably a credit to St. Peter Volandis and his offsider, Andrew Abdo, for cracking the whip. But it does mean that controversies now are Braith and Nasser and Clarkey getting into it. Like, that's the story.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I miss the glory days, Tom.
Well, that's it, right? It's actually...
I miss the glory days, buddy.
It's kind of... That's a great point. Like, this is where it's gotten to.
This is where it's gotten to. This is the big story.
It's Braith and Clarkey talking shit on Instagram.
That's the big story.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. And that's no knock on either of those two gentlemen, but, I mean, this is a disgraceful off-season scandal.
So far.
Yeah. No, but this scandal is not even a scandal.
It's not even a scandal. No. And the problem is they're back at training.
Yeah. So we've missed
You know what I mean? We've missed that juicy boat.
Yeah.
We missed the 2 months where they're just full of liquor.
Some aren't back at training, are they? Or are they all back now?
No, the big boys aren't. The big boys aren't.
The guys who are at the World Cup and stuff still aren't back.
Yeah, right.
I think for a lot of the clubs.
When are they announcing Tommy Turbo who won the Golden Boot? And I'm just assuming he wins it. I don't know if they will, but...
Is that something they do around Chrissy? Is it a Chrissy award?
Christmas
It was
present?
around like early December when we looked into it a couple of weeks ago.
Well, it's the second. So...
It is the second.
This is the second.
Wallabies lost, but if everyone's happy because stocks are going up.
There's absolutely no doubt that stocks are on the improve, which has come at the right time because we've got the Lions next year.
Stocks are going up, dude.
And you wanted stocks to be high when the Lions are out here.
It was
only
a close
come every
game.
12 years.
Close game. Didn't watch a second of it because I was unaware it was on, but very close game.
You didn't know it was on?
I didn't know what night it was on. No, I woke up Sunday and it was like, oh fuck, the game happened.
2 a.m. Yeah. But you wake up in the morning, a lot of chat groups were fired up about the fact that we should have won, could have won.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they scored a try. What? What's they say? Penalty-a-thon. Goddamn rugby. 4 penalties to the Wallabies, 1 to Ireland, 3 tries to Ireland. The fact that Ireland can almost lose that game and they've scored 3 tries to me is all you need to know about what annoys me. But to only lose by 3 points is nice. To what? Ireland's second in the world?
Yep.
Stocks are rising.
Stocks are rising. Nice comments around Suoliti.
What were the comments?
The Irish captain said it's the hardest he's ever been hit. We're talking
Can
about
we
that
see
in the
some
grand
footage
round.
of that? I'd love to see some footage of a good, honest.
I just like seeing leagueies going over on the world stage, ironing pricks out.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the Scottish captain.
Scottish captain, sorry.
Scottish captain said he hadn't been hit that hard. Tuipulotu. Or Tupo.
Tuipulotu.
Did he hit anyone else? It's all right. You don't even get that up. That was from last week. He fucked him up. That was when he hurt his hand. I thought they said he broke his hand. So obviously it was fine. It's just a burner, mate. You ever had one of those?
No.
Well, you probably haven't tackled that hard,
I wouldn't have.
No.
Like, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Not a great tackler. Let my old man down. He knows that. I know that. I made my peace with it.
But does he talk about it ever?
Well, he would always pride himself on being a great tackler. At least that's what he told him. I've never seen him tackle because he's, he was getting on when we started talking, tackling. But I could tell that he was disappointed with my action, with my conviction.
But we haven't ever had this conversation.
You and I?
No, you and him, like, together. Could you call him and be like, Dad, did it disappoint you that I couldn't tackle?
Yeah, do you want me to call him and ask?
Do it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get this out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way, dude. There's fuck all else going on. We need to get this out of the way. It's been too long.
Yeah, right.
Maybe let him know he's on the podcast
Yeah,
as well, unlike Streety.
Hey, mate, you're still on the podcast. Just got a question for you. Yeah. Mate, did it disappoint me that I couldn't tackle like you?
Clearly.
Yeah.
It made me question your heritage.
Yeah, I could tell because I'd come off the field and you're always just trying to show me how it was done, and I know that I just never reached. I made up with it with my speed though, didn't I, mate?
Committed as maybe you could have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there anything he did well?
Ed,
Yeah.
on the footy field or the soccer field?
No, the footy field.
Rugby, yeah.
I was quick though, wasn't I, mate?
Yeah, you were quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
once you got the ball, you were good. As long as there was no one in front of you. No step.
Yeah.
Oh no, step was all right.
No step.
No, it's all right. No, you're very accepting as a parent, Ed.
Oh, you are.
That's the way it was, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying you're accepting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you go to bed at night thinking like
This kid's never going to tackle.
how much prouder you would have been of me if I could?
No, it didn't, I just thought, well, you're not going to play for the Wallabies or Manly.
No.
Yeah, right. No, we've never really discussed that, but I always felt it.
Yeah. Maybe a coach or something.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because you could hit him, couldn't you, mate?
Oh, well, when they ran into me, when you're skinny, that's
He's being humble.
But you were all technique, though, weren't you, mate?
all technique, mate, all time.
Yeah. All right.
Myself, anyway, in my own head.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, you won a second grade comp, didn't you, mate?
Sorry?
Didn't you win a second grade comp with the Roos?
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I don't think anyone attributed much to me.
Oh, righto, mate.
Never made any great heights, no.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There we go.
Well, thank you for your time, fella.
Righto. Thanks, Eddie.
See you, mate.
See you, mate.
See you guys.
It's the old man there. Telling me what I already knew.
Yeah, but it's good to the laughter. the length of laughter was like, he's on to me. Yeah, he knew.
No, fucking oath he knew.
No,
Yeah.
but he knew that him knowing, that was a knowing laugh. It was like, I have felt that the whole time.
But it was almost, he was laughing because he probably thought it would never be discussed.
Yes.
And now after all these years, like my last game of footy would have been
20 years ago.
At school. So when's that? 16 years ago.
2008.
2008. 16 years ago.
It's probably nice to get that cleared up though, right? Like you don't want to leave things unsaid.
No. Oh, fuck no.
And now you know that you were an embarrassment
Yeah.
because you couldn't tackle.
And let down my heritage, apparently.
Well,
So
Dubbo Roos, second grade.
that's tough.
That is tough. Shout out to the Wallabies. Shout out to your dad.
Yeah. Shout out to the old boy. And just a word of warning to the British and Irish Lions coming out next year.
Yeah, where stocks are rising.
Yeah, stocks are rising.
I just need to stop what we're doing for a second, Edward.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll because Ned's is on fire.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Get down low and go.
And
because
bet
Ned's is on fire.
Ned's on fire. And
Ned's is on fire.
I was at home Saturday with the girls and they were playing mummies dressed as like mermaids and shit.
That makes sense.
I was out the back doing some yard work and I was just having a little how you going on the Ned's app. Couple of dogs, couple of pones, nothing crazy or responsible.
Any trots?
No trots.
You trotter?
I'm not a trotter, dude. I'm not knocking if you are, but they don't reach the octanes that I need to feel anything.
Well, you're a high octane guy. You're 98.
Yep.
Unleaded.
Yep. Hook it to me veins.
Obviously not a ute guy, so you're not a diesel guy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a diesel guy. No, I'm not. That's fine. I was an EV guy for a little bit. Not the point. We're talking Neds. Shout out to them. Get on the profiles. Give us a follow. And if you can have a punt, do it with them.
Hey.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. Punters and dribblers, sad times. Grumpy times even. Fatty Vorton retiring. It's the end of an era. And to celebrate Grumpy Coffee, the code is going to be Fatty this week.
Fatty, F-A-T-T-Y. I saw the funniest clip the other day on the internet from like the old footy show when they went to, they must have gone to, some club somewhere.
Oh, there with the pest.
The Pest. It's so fucking
So
good,
good,
dude. I was in tears watching it.
It's so funny. Just quickly, code Fatty, 10% off. Grumpy Coffee. That's pods, that's beans, that's grounds. It's fucking good stuff.
Grumpycoffee.com.au, 10% off. Use the code Fatty.
Mate, it was going so well, they'd fucking sold out.
No, pumping.
We were going back to we were like, what do we do here? You've got us hooked on Grumpy, and now I'm having to go back to this other shit.
Yeah.
But now it's back on.
Tough.
We've actually waiting for our new pods. Code Fatty, 10% off Grumpy Coffee, best coffee in the biz. Fatty going is honestly like, and this time of year when it's all like the end of the year, everything's kind of a bit nostalgic. Like, the year's done, everyone's going away, school's over, whatever. Fatty going is just like another kick to the dick in terms of just like getting old and things not being the same. You had the footy show, Sterlo's gone, Rabs is gone. Fucking, it's just
Rabs is gone, Sterlo's gone, Fatty's gone, cricket. We got deaths over there. You know what I mean? Richie's gone, Tony Gregg's gone. It's just
Bill's not commentating, Chappelle's.
Channel 9 doesn't even have it anymore.
No, exactly.
You want to talk about nostalgia?
Yeah, Warnie's gone.
Warnie's gone. It's just getting a bit etch.
Yeah.
And Fatty leaving is just another, line in the sand of
Things
finality.
Things are changing.
Like the footy show's not coming back.
Sorry,
It's not coming back.
dude. Erin Mullins now on Sky News. She ain't coming back.
No one's coming back.
No one's coming back for the footy show.
Bo Ryan, he's got a gig now.
He's Triple M. Congratulations to Bo and Woodsy.
It's not coming back.
It's not coming back.
There's no more pests following Fatty around.
There's no more fucking daredevil dudes. There's no more let's eat some chilies and throw up all over the fucking set.
And drink milk.
Drink
You
milk.
know?
Steve Irwin's gone.
Steve's
Steve's not bringing on big
Steve's been gone for a
pythons
while.
to go and shit all over people.
Steve was a big loss.
Steve was one of the biggest losses.
And I
of
know
my
that
life.
Steve's dead and Fatty's retiring, but there's still losses.
No, it's not about that. Like, there's finality to everything. Obviously, death very final, but it's just more around the fact that like nothing's coming back. Nothing's going to be the same.
Nothing's the
Things
same.
will never be the same again. It's a Spice Girls song. Don't worry, it's good. Fatty was the man. The little head wobble. Thursday night footy show. Like, that was the shit. That was bonding time with the old man. If I was allowed to stay up late.
That's right. There was no Thursday night game back then.
No.
It was just Thursday night
Footy show.
footy show. What, 9?
Yeah, Channel 9.
9:30?
It started 8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:39?
I don't know. But it was good, dude. And also, those are the days when you only had a few channels. Sorry to be all back in our day. It wasn't that long ago.
We're talking analog here, punters and
Yeah.
dribblers. You had ABC, SBS, 7, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it. And ads out the wazoo. And you just copped it in the arse. And
You copped it royally. In an hour show, you had 20 minutes of ads, minimum.
Yeah.
1/3 was ads.
And-
That was
but-
you could dine out on that.
But it worked. For better or worse, it worked, and we were into it. We all enjoyed it. We made our peace with it. Now you couldn't catch me fucking dead doing that. But it was just
We
funny.
loved it.
Coming up next, Carl Barron's on doing another set. Yes!
My old man actually liked the ads because you get up and make your cuppa.
Well, they were good for that. Take a piss.
Take a piss, make your cuppa. You know, read the paper. They were good ads in their own way.
No, what it was we made them work for us.
You wouldn't do. You could. You know, that's not done anymore. Not this generation.
No. Now you just pause there. It's much easier.
You just go on your phone.
That too.
Anyway, Fatty's fucked off. So you know what?
Mate, he's old. What is he, 70 now? Manly premiership captain, Ed. Like, this is great of the game here. And then
65.
revolutionised rugby league on TV. This guy is as big as he is a rugby league icon. Bigger than I think people give him credit for because he played the jester.
I think so. I think I'd agree with that.
And he's still even given it was all over socials yesterday. Everyone's like, Fatty's retiring, to the point where if you weren't reading that, you could have thought he was dying. He died. But like, even though he got that sort of
Queensland
coverage,
captain. Coach rather.
even though there has been coverage of his retirement, I don't think there's enough is truly. He is up there on, like, if you're talking about like big. It's hard, but like biggest crossover rugby league stars, where it's like they had their careers, but then post-career, and obviously not from like an administrative sense, but just like overall impact on the game. He's got to be one of the biggest. Think about it.
He'd be right up there.
Well, like Phil Gould would be one,
Sterlo.
would be one, Matty Johns would be one, Fatty would be one. Joey, not really. Like, Joey's media, but he's not huge media.
He's not huge media. I think he does enough to pay the bills.
He does what he does, and he does it well, but he's not. He doesn't want to be a fucking media guy.
He's not a big media guy.
Well, no,
he
he's
just
commentary
does. He just does some analyst
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
Do you know what I mean? Fatty's fucking Mount
Mate, I'm
Rushmore,
fucking-
to use
Hey.
an American term.
Tom, I'm hearing you. In the career after footy, but still in footy thing.
But was a big footy player as well. He was huge. He was a premiership winning captain.
Again, and
Played for Roosters and Manly.
captained the worst ever Origin side to victory.
Coached. But yes, 3-0 series of
To
victory.
3-0 over Phil Gould, of all people.
Yeah.
Didn't even know who fucking Ben Eichen was.
And helmed this rugby league TV revolution.
who was his six, which is crazy. Didn't even know him.
Didn't even know him.
Told him to go downstairs. They're doing they'll do autographs later.
I think Fatty, to some degree, bigger than Sterlo. You could argue he's the biggest. Sterlo, a much better analyst and a much better player, but like, and was fantastic. You could almost have him 1 and 2, to be honest. But like, Fatty he was the footy show.
Yeah, he was. But Sterlo was on it, was there
No, it was
front
Fatty
and
and
centre.
Sterlo. No, I know. That's why I'm saying you could possibly have 1 and 2. And I guess with Sterlo's
Sterlo had a better career.
not much. I mean, like, it was
He won 3 in a row.
No, like significantly better. But like the fact that Fatty was still a premiership winning captain and played for Australia and played for Queensland and coached fucking Origin. Like, you know what I mean? There are these things in there that you...
The coaching one's a big one.
Coaching Origin to a 3-0 win.
That's a big one.
I wonder
With, again, they're considered the worst side ever.
I wonder what would be the can we do how can we do like a power rankings or like a vote?
Someone can do it for us.
Yeah, but I just mean you could put it up on socials.
Oh, yeah, you could
Just
do
do
that.
it on Instagram.
But
Oh, you could just do a vote.
you used to vote for the biggest. But that doesn't necessarily get you second, third, fourth.
Yeah, it would. Based on votes.
But you might have a different opinion to me on who's third, and I might have a different opinion to you on who's fourth. So you're actually only getting you're only getting a reflection of who people think is number one. And the difference.
Yeah, and then we just apply it to the...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what you could do.
You would, that's all we can do.
No, that's all we can do is, yeah.
So
That's a good point.
that's probably
Well,
where
yes,
I'm coming
I'm sure
from.
there's another way you can do it, but it'd be difficult. But Vale Fatty career.
Valet, career of Fatty. Fatty V.
And thanks.
And thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's probably a nice way
I
to
think
put it.
thank you as much as anything.
Because we haven't said thanks yet.
No, thank you for everything.
Thank you, Fatty.
The footy show was...
Except, well, not everything. Definitely not that Queensland win.
Well, no, not for that, and not for when you went to the Roosters, you dog, but thank you for everything. Imagine your childhood with the footy show. That footy show DVD of best of, we might have to put it on. We have to pull one out for Fatty and get it on the TV
We
today.
should put it on today.
Yeah.
Have we got that? It'd be on YouTube, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be on YouTube, surely.
Surely.
We'll be able to buy it.
I think we fire that up over lunch.
Yep, I think so.
We definitely are.
No, that's 100%
In
what
fact,
we're doing.
I'll be pissed off if we don't.
No, we do it right now because
It's about that time.
it's lunchtime and
Yeah.
I haven't eaten breakfast.
Haven't you?
No.
I had chili oil on my...
Yeah, did you? Did you? Or was it Yoko's chili oil? Or whatever?
Fiocco.
Fiocco, yeah. Cool.
F-U-O-C-O.
Air conditioning, please. I'll shout out your business. I just need some help. I need help here because...
$7,000 seems like a lot.
Seems like a lot.
And it's a rental, so you're putting it in for some other
the
prick.
problem is that's what I'm trying to I want to get some prices so I can go to the people who own the joint and just go, listen, I'm prepared to front some here, but you should be paying for some of this shit because when I leave, you have a wonderfully air-conditioned apartment that you can charge exorbitant amounts of money for. And I mean exorbitant. They've got us on a good deal, but I assume when we
the
leave,
rent
they
would go...
pump that
Well,
up.
you know,
It'll go through the roof.
aircon.
Aircon, and they're already giving us a good deal because the rent has got fucked up since we moved in. Dude, I was listening to the radio today and they were like, and this could be wrong, but it was like some positive news for Sydney homeowners or people looking to get into the market with a 0.08% drop in Sydney house prices. Obviously, there has been a 16% rise since 2024 or 23 or something. But with this drop and maybe even a hold, there's some good news on the horizon. I'm like 0.08% when it's up 16% from a year and a half, 2 years
That's
ago.
good news, mate.
Shut the fuck up.
Good news, mate.
Shut up.
It's good news.
Why even waste everyone's time with that news?
It's good news, bruh.
Fuck off it is. Thanks, Fatty.
Love you, Fatty.
Code Fatty, 10% off, grumpycoffee.com.au.
See you later.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?